What's good, y'all? My name is Derek Davis, and you're watching the Young and Powerful podcast. Today, we will be talking about fitting in and standing out. And I have a guest on this today by the name of Marquise Johnson. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead, Marquise.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Marquise Johnson. I'm right now the current 5th Episcopal District parliamentarian, and
Hmm.
I have a past conference experience as president and vice president. I'm very thankful to be on the show today, and just want to get flowers also to Derek, for the show as well, because the show has been amazing. I watched past episodes like Will and everything, and just from everything I've seen, like I'm excited for today.
Hmm. Yes. And as I sent you, I have questions for him, and we'll be talking about these questions about fitting in or standing out. My first question that I have for you is it, in your opinion, is it better to stand out than fit in?
In my opinion, I would say yeah, it's better to stand out than fit in. I would rather be considered somebody that's different than along with everybody else.
Okay, okay. Are you a loner or you like to be alone?
I do like to be alone. Like I'm not gonna lie, I like to be in my own space on the game or doing my own thing. But like I do go out and socialize, but I find more enjoyment sometimes when I'm by myself.
Okay, okay. I would agree with you. I like being alone, but I can deal with people, but it just depends on what the situation is.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes. And then our next question is, what do you find the most difficulty in standing out or fitting in?
Hmm. So the most difficult thing I find when it comes to standing out is doing it in a way where you're not feeling like you're too different. Because
Mm-hmm.
like now in society, it's like these norms that they put on everybody. You have to act a certain type of way and
Yeah.
dress and look like this. And so you want to stand out, but you don't want to stand out too much where the people are treating you indifferently.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's probably the hardest thing. But at the end of the day, you just got to be yourself. And like, you can't let nobody judge you for anything. When it comes to fitting in, I would say the hardest part is, for me personally, the hardest part is sometimes like adapting to whoever I'm around. Cause like I said, I like to be myself and act like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if something is going on where I have to try to fit in with other people and act a certain type of way, I may, find that a little hard. I may get nervous a little bit, trying to change my normal ways.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I say those would be the two hardest.
Yeah. When you were, let me ask you this: when you were in college, or well, you're still in college, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you're like, say you're at college, are you that person that goes into the crowd and just creates a party, or do you just uh or you just sit down and stand by yourself, or you?
I would say I'm getting back more into my
Mm-hmm.
trying to make the crowd and the vibe and improve everybody's mood. That's how I am normally, like like YPD events and like stuff like that. I'm always the one trying to make sure everybody's good and make sure everybody's happy. They're doing good, saying hello. At
Mm-hmm.
college, I'm a little more taken back and chilled out just because I've like after I got shot 2 years ago, like I
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't like in the headspace to really like talk and be happy with people and like socialize with people I really didn't know anymore because like I was just so closed in. So now I'm getting back into that mode where I can just like step out and like you said, talk to everybody. Like me and my guys, we have a podcast now. We're trying to invite people on just like yours. That's what I'm saying. Like how yours is set up is so professional. We're trying to do something like this and I'm trying to be more out and open. And so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm getting back there now. But for right now, I'm kind of more the closed type of behind the door type of guy. But I'll be there, but like I may not be in the middle of the room.
Okay. Let me ask you this: when, if you don't mind me asking, when you got got shot, were you questioning yourself?
I was questioning everything. I mean, I was, if we're being honest, like I was questioning God. I was questioning myself. I was questioning like my friends, my family. Like I was getting mad at everybody. It was a bad headspace for me. But I can only thank God for getting me through those days and praying and bring me back to the way that I'm supposed to be walking and like walking the path that He's made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then our next question is, uh, I agree with you. What have your experience of standing out been, and have they contributed to your success, or have you been labeled different or non-conformist?
So to give an example that's kind of current, when I went back to school after a year of not going after I was shot, I was kind of labeled as kind of like a gangster on campus, like
Mm.
not kind of by the officials, like the dean of students, the chief of
Uh-huh.
police, all the people. They looked at me as I was some kind of gangster that I had something to do, heavy involvement with how I got shot, even though I was just a victim. But they looked at me in that type of way, and that kind of made me like stand out in a light that I didn't want to be in, and it kind of made me look indifferent towards them, and I had to let them know like that's not me, like I don't want to be considered that. I don't want to be in like that type of crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yes, that's a time where like standing out has made me kind of
Mm-hmm.
seem too different than what I wanted to be.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: when you were in high school, did you have difficulty doing standing out or fitting in? Were you
And
part of the popular clique or?
I would say okay. In high school, I wasn't part of like any type of clique. I was kind of cool with everybody in high school because like who my family was at the school, I kind of was like in every type of different group, and I was just like cool with everyone. Like I went to Hogan, so Hogan High. Shout out the Rams. That's where I
Mm-hmm.
went, graduated class of 2020, and it was fun in high school. I was with everybody. I really didn't have no problem fitting in. I wasn't really a standout person. I was just there trying to get my education, making good memories. So yeah. What high
Okay.
school did you go to?
I went to center.
Okay, you went to Center. Is that
Yeah.
the Yellow Jackets, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
I graduated in 2017.
okay. 3 years
Yeah.
before me.
Yeah. And then I would say I had trouble with fitting in and fitting in because I like to stay by my I like to stay by myself and that kind of crowd. I didn't like
Hmm.
dealing with people. I even though I had to deal with people, I didn't want to deal with people. Have you are do you find yourself having getting mad that you have to deal with people that you don't want to?
Oh yeah. I try to not to anymore, but like because everything happens for a reason. But I
Mhm.
find it very irritating and like upsetting when I'm trying to be a certain way or I have like a certain thing I need to get done. Like even at work, if I have like a set goal that I need to get done by a certain time to get out, and then if customers keep coming back up to me, back and forth, asking me this, trying to help them out do this, which I know I have to, but it still irritates me a little because like I don't want to deal with people in that time. Like you said, me and you are both kind of like loners. Like even though we have to deal with people, we don't
Mhm.
want to all the time. We're still gonna be nice and kind about it, but deep down, like man, I can't wait to get back to my room. I can't wait to get back to my bed. Whatever, just to
Yeah.
be in your own space.
Yeah. And then it's like I'm gonna ask you this. What is unique and special about you? If there things you could change to fit in better?
Hmm. Let me take a deep thought on this one. Things I could change to fit in better. I would say that. Hmm. Sometimes I can find myself trying to be too good at something. Like if it's a project or a committee that I'm a part of, I find myself sometimes trying to do too much to make it the best it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would probably change that because like I can be overbearing. We've never served on a board together, but I can sometimes be overbearing if it's a project I'm passionate about that I want to be so
Mm-hmm.
good. I want everybody to enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
and I sometimes I don't like that. So that I'll probably change that to help me fit in a little bit, kind of calm me down to where I can still lead, but I can lead better without being, on top of you.
Okay. Now, uh, I would agree. I would agree because it's difficult. I understand. And then have you like look at yourself? Have you ever felt like you were different from other people? Have you?
Oh, 100,000%. Like, I mean, I wouldn't really see it as different because my mom would always tell me, like, I would say that I was weird when I was younger. I'd be
Hmm.
like, yeah, mom, I'm a weird kid. And she'd be like, you're not weird. You're different, and different is good. Like, we're all made in God's image. Like, we're all got our own personalities, our own traits, our own looks. Everything
Hmm.
about us is different through God's image. So, like, I would say I was different just in the sense that I didn't want to be, going to parties when I was younger, or I didn't want to go to. Oops, sorry, my AirPod just died. I didn't want to go to, out to the movies all the time or to football games all the time. I would rather be on a game with my online friends that are across the world, or I'd rather be watching my
Hmm.
favorite anime or TV show. You know, and that was just me.
Okay. What did it feel like?
I mean, it felt natural. It felt regular. I didn't feel any different from it. Like, when people would tell me like how about their high school experience was and what they did throughout high school, I'm like, yeah, you guys had way different high school experience than me. Like, we was doing way totally different things at that age. Because some people were raised differently because of their parents and their societies they grew up in.
Yeah,
But
I would agree.
yeah, yeah, that's what it's really about. Like, people are really products of their environment. You know, that's who they really turn out to be is what they seen around them as they grown up. And for me, what I seen was just like my mom in the house reading to herself, maybe watching TV. Go out with her friends sometimes, but she was mainly just in the house. So that's how I was. I'm just in the house. I'm inside, so it's not really any different to me. To me, it's just that's who I am.
Okay, okay, I would agree. I would agree with you. Well, let me ask you this: what is unique and special about you?
You said what is unique and special about Will?
Me, I mean you. I'm sorry.
About me?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, unique and special about me. I would say that. I'm trying to think. I would say that something generic. I don't know. Maybe the fact that no matter like what the problem is, I'm gonna try to do my best to handle it. Like if somebody asks me for something, like any task or something, I'm gonna try to do my best to do it. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush, or I'm not gonna like make up an
Hmm.
excuse or something. It's like okay, if we say we're gonna do something, let's do it. Let's plan it out and let's do it. I like to be very organized and plan stuff out. I don't like stuff being late,
Hmm.
last minute.
Yeah, I agree with you. If it in the YPD, do you think you fit in or stand out in the YPD?
On the conference level, I would say that I fit in. Now on the district level, I would kind of say that I stand out, but like not in a bad way. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to these other people. My other brothers and sisters at YPD. I'm not used to you guys, and you guys aren't used to me. At the conference level, when I go to Allen St. John, or if I go to Willis, or if I go to Bethel, wherever I go, I know people that know me and know what type of person I am. You feel me? But then when we go to these district events, or when we go to planning meeting, I kind of feel like they don't know me, and I try to show them me, but I have a hard time of showing who I am to people that I don't know. Like I said, because I'm still kind of closed in right now, so I have a hard time showing my actual self to people that I don't know. So it's like I feel a little standoutish, and um, I feel like I could be more closer bonded with the district level and everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm working on that to fit in more. But right now I feel like I'm standing out. Not in a bad way though, like I said. It's just like I'm trying to work on it.
Okay, I would agree with you. Now, oh, this is only two more questions left. that I want to ask you. What are the good things about being different from everyone else?
What are the good things about being different from everyone else?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like the good things about being different is you're yourself. I mean, there's only one you. There's only one Derek Davis. There's only one Marquise Johnson. It's like, it's only you. You don't have to be what social media shows you to be. You don't have to be what your peers show you to be. And so I feel like that's the greatest thing about being different is that you're basically free. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not stuck in these ways that society tries to make you be. It's like, thank you, God, I'm free. I can show who I am. I'm different. I don't have to think about what I'm gonna wear today to impress whoever. You know, I can wear whatever I want to because I don't care because I'm different. That's my style.
Okay.
I
Oh,
feel
oh,
like that's the best thing
yeah. You brought up something. Like, do you stand out or fit in society? In your
in society. It depends how deep you want to go, Derek. Because like the levels of how you go is like
mm-hmm.
if you compare me and you to how some black men are shown in society, we're
Mm-hmm.
very standoutish. Like we are, at the basically I'm not gonna say the top, but we act with class, we act with dignity, and we actually respect ourselves and show respect in public and stuff like that. Some black
Uh huh.
males that weren't raised like us don't do that. And so when we go into crowds with people that are raised differently than us, we stand out. But then when we come into crowds of people that was raised like us with the same respect and morals, we fit in because that's who we're around. It's natural. So it could be both ways. I feel like. How do you think?
I think it's better to stand out in society because everybody mostly is doing the same thing,
That's true.
and no one's different.
Yeah,
They
that's
they're doing the same thing. No one wants to. Everyone wants to fit in, but not stand out. Do something different. Everybody wants to be a rapper, and everybody wants to be a doctor. But dude, it's much stuff other than being a rapper and a doctor, in my opinion.
facts. You ain't lying. Yeah, it's so much more that people can do and goals, and everybody wants to be a TikTok creator now, or
Yeah.
everybody wants to be a Facebook comedian, or everybody just wants to be something that has to do with like so many things they see other people doing instead of what they want to do their own creative mind.
Yeah, I would
Like
agree.
that's as simple as it is. Society, like you said, it's better to fit out or to stand out rather than just follow the wave. Like the houses in the neighborhood that look exactly the same,
Yes.
like house after house,
Yes.
cul-de-sac. I feel like that I don't want to be like that. I want my house to be bright
Different.
pink while all the other houses are orange and red. I want my house to be pink and yellow.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, our last question that I have for you today is: have you ever felt like if you didn't fit in or stand out, you won't have a good life?
If I didn't fit in or stand out, I wouldn't have a good life. I don't think I've ever felt that, but now repeating it after you've asked me, I think yeah that I would. Like if I didn't stand out the way that I did
Uh huh.
right now at the current moment, I don't think I would be as happy in life. I don't think I would find the certain amount of joy that I do every day. Being myself.
Okay. What brings you joy?
Brings me joy is like honestly things like this, Derek. This brings me joy for real. Like being able to get on a call and talk and actually like have a good conversation with somebody else that's intelligent and like respectable and like have some deep conversations. This is what brings me joy. Like stuff like this. Like we're giving knowledge back for other people to watch and to soak up and to take back with them. You never know. What somebody watching this may be feeling or having going through. Somebody may feel like maybe I'm standing out too much or I'm too different, and then they hear me and you talking about it and they're like they see us, they're like these two guys right here are doing so good.
Yeah, I know. J. Cole said something about. I can't think of what he said. He said something about being different. I can't think of it. Uh, would you know?
I'm trying to think. You said J. Cole. It's from a song?
Yes. Hold on. Let me say.
Okay, okay.
Hold on. Let me say. J. Cole about being. Hold on. He says. He said he struggled with self doubt and everything. He says he represents both sides because he's white and black, I do believe. And
Yeah.
so, do you not in knowing the race, do you represent both sides of standing out and fitting in?
Um, I say yeah. I like J. Cole. I'm only my mom's black, my dad is black, but when it comes to representing both sides, I feel like I show how you're supposed to act and how you can also be. Like, when we
Yes,
go to barbecues with the family and the cookouts, we act a different way than when we at work, of course,
yes,
because we're around our family, we're enjoying ourselves, and in that moment we're just fitting in with the rest of our family, but then it also comes to a certain moment where you have to stand out, where you have to act indifferent than everyone else, because
yeah,
if not, you're going to end up like everyone else.
like we're different when we go to church than we are at home, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's good, and then sometimes that's bad, but
Hmm.
it just depends on what it is.
Yeah, like you said, it just depends on what it is, what the situation is, who the people you're around. It's so many factors that go into it. But
Yeah,
like you said, it could be good and it could be bad at times.
yeah, yeah. Well, that is my last question, Brother Marquise. First of all, I want to thank you for joining me today. Uh, if anyone's watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Send all donations to my Cash App, uh, Derek Lamont D. I am not able to get paid from YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers. So please share, Marquise, and I
Sure.
thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, sir. I got one question for you before we go.
Yes.
All right, so my one question for you is if you had to choose personally to redo everything in life over again, would you choose to take the same path you took, or would you choose to do it differently?
I would choose to take the same path that I took.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Good
I
answer.
I would say that my path it's been bumpy, but I like the path that I'm on, and I'm continuing to still be on.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you for that answer.
yes, anytime. Thank you for joining me, and I'll send you the link.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too.